Hey guys, it's Dr. Conklin. Oh, excuse me. I think I started a video with this one already, but I asked my sons, Cam and Charlie, to make a playlist for our math video today. So it's going to be a surprise to me what comes up, but looks like we're starting with Kane Brown. Okay, my love, so we are on page 40. We're doing double trig today. Don't be scared. These pictures are intense, but we are going to break this down. Let's start on page 40 with the first question, and let's read through together. A flagpole is at the top of a building. You see it there, guys? There's our flagpole. 300 feet from the base of the building. The angle of elevation of the top of the pole is 32 degrees. Okay, so just be careful. This big angle here. Oh dear, what happened? Oh no, there we go. This big angle here is 30 degrees, okay? The little angle down here, they're telling us is 30. Wait, the big angle is 32. The little guy is 30, okay? So we're gonna find the length of the flagpole to the nearest foot. So I'm gonna just put an X, I already did, right next to the flagpole. What's tricky about this, guys, this problem, and all these double trig, is double trig, meaning we're gonna have to do trig not once, but twice. Why? So here, I already started by drawing our two triangles, so take a minute to draw them. Our first triangle follows the height of the building. So this triangle here is 30 degrees at the bottom. And let's actually put the information we have. We know it's 300 feet at the bottom, okay? And we have 32 degrees, okay? Now, let me pick a different color here. We'll pick, it's sort of like a reddy orange. Here's our reddy orange triangle. This big triangle here, right? That is the large triangle with our 32 degree angle. Same thing, guys, we have 300 feet on the bottom. Now, how are we gonna find just the length of the flagpole? Well, this is where our tricky math comes into play. Ooh, I wanna keep that on. If I know the height of the building, like let's say the height of the building was 100 feet. That's this length in the green triangle, right? Now let's say that I knew the height of the entire big triangle, this right angle here, the altitude, if you will. Let's say that entire thing, right? Let's say we know that is 150 feet, right? This piece here. All we'd have to do would be to subtract 100, 150 from each other, and we get 50 degrees. But, my loves, oops, I already gave the answer away. But we don't know those numbers yet, but you know what we can do? We can use the power of trig to find those sides that we're missing, okay? So what we're gonna do, stay with me here, I'm gonna put X here for this green height. You know I go crazy with the coloring. Here's the big one, right? Actually, maybe let's not use X. Let's use Y. Y is this little green piece from here to here. And then, this whole thing here, again, sorry guys. Let's make that Z. This whole thing here, let's make Z. That's the same piece as right here. Okay, so if we look at those, what we can do is just focus on one triangle at a time, and then we're going to subtract as we go. So if I look here, I'm just going to start, remember, this is the green smaller triangle, right? Here's the green smaller triangle. That's this triangle right here. We're going to try to find Y, or the height of the building, okay? So now we're going to use our trig friend. So let's label. I'm at this angle here. That's where the person's standing. This would be my opposite. This would be adjacent. Which means we're going to use what trig function? Tangent, okay? So the tangent of 30 equals O over A. And then I know you guys know how to substitute this in. So instead of putting in O, we're gonna put in Y, right? Instead of putting in A, we're gonna put our 300 in. Okay? Oop, I did Z here, hold on. Let me change this to Y. Okay, now in order to solve, we're going to cross multiply. And just a reminder, my friends, I'm going to open my calculator, hit my mode button, make sure I'm in my degree mode, right? Okay, and then we're going to do tangent of 30 times 300. Okay, and we do that. Now, this is super important, my loves. Do not round here. You do not round to the very bitter end. We're gonna need that number in a minute. So I'm gonna actually leave that on my calculator. 1.7 or 173.2. I'm just gonna show you guys here how I wrote it. I multiplied right to find my y. So tangent of 30 times 300. Do you see how I wrote in 173.20 and then I did these little dots? That means we know what's going on. So this right here is the height. I'm going to put it here, 173.20. That's the height of the building. So we're halfway there. Now, this red triangle is the entire big right triangle. The bottom of the bottom down here all the way up to the top. Okay, you guys know I love the colors. Okay, so let me just start again. We're just gonna look at the red one, my loves. Oh, a little weekend. I like that pick. Good job, Cam and Charlie. So let's find the red triangle. Okay, so we have opposite and adjacent. So again, what trig function are we gonna use there, my friends? We're gonna use the, oh dear. I am not as talented at this as Mr. Fields. We're going to use tangent. Now our angle down here is 32 equals z, which is what we're trying to find, right? The whole length of the shape over 300. So guess what we're going to do, my friends? We're going to cross multiply. Okay, we cross multiply, so tangent of 32 times 300. Now, I do want to put this in my calculator to show you guys. So tangent, what are you? Times 300 equals 187.46. So do you see why I wrote it down like that? Now, this is key. So again, just to go over why we're doing this. We want to find just this little height here. Just this x, right? We know the whole height of the building is 187.46. We want to take that building away, so we just have the flagpole. So do not, guys, just put this in your calculator rounding. You got to go back to your calculator. So look what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to highlight this. Yours is going to highlight like a shadow, and I'm going to click enter. Minus, it's going to bring this whole number with all its funny decimals, and I'm going to highlight the 173, and now I'm going to click enter. Okay, so 14.255, what did they say to round to? The nearest foot. So x equals 14 feet. Does that seem reasonable, guys, for the height of a flagpole, 14 feet? Yeah, I think that sounds good. If it was 140 feet, it sounds like a sort of a short flagpole. Miss Vala, what do you think? Is 14 feet big enough for a flagpole? Yeah, I think so. What would be a bad answer, Miss Vala? Like,
I hope someone wouldn't come up with -5.
a -5 would not be a good height for the flag. Miss Vala, on point as always. All right, so my loves, let's do one more today, and then we'll call it a day. So this is almost the same exact thing, my loves, a little different though, okay? All right, in a boat 300 feet from the base of the cliff, Jack sees the base of the lighthouse at 18 degrees and the top of the lighthouse at 21. First of all, let's get rid of this name Jack. We're going to make this into, we'll make it into Luke. We have a student, Luke, in our 5th period who's a math superstar. So we're going to make it into Luke. How tall is the lighthouse to the nearest foot? So you guys can already see I put my X in. This is where we have to be careful. So do you see how I already drew these two right triangles in? And I put angles at the bottom. I'm going to first draw the purple right triangle. That is like the triangle that aligns with the cliff. Oh, it's so funny. It's 300 feet again. What are the odds of that? That's not always going to happen, guys. Okay, so the purple triangle, we'll use this for y. This is what we want to find. Okay, now, you guessed it. Guess what we're now going to try to find? Let me use my red. The 21 degree is going to be the whole thing, including the lighthouse. Okay, So let me put at the bottom 300. And then we're going to make this whole thing a variable, z. Okay, now again, this can be a lot with all the variables, but first strategy, take your two triangles and pull them out, okay? So now, just focus on one triangle at a time, right? We have this triangle here, opposite and adjacent. So do you guys notice a little pattern here? A lot of times when we do these double trig questions, we're going to be using who? Our friend tangent. O over A, and then let's substitute in y over 300. So you know what we got to do here to solve, my loves. Oh boy, I already forgot the numbers. Tangent of 18. $97.47. Remember, do not even try to round that. Miss Vala will find you this summer.
I will.
She'll find you, and we will go over how you don't round in real-world trig problems if you dare try to round. I can't believe you agreed with me, Miss Vala, so easily. Miss Vala's like, yeah, I'm around this summer. I got time. Okay, so now let's do the same thing over here, my friends. You guys are doing awesome. This is a lot of work, right? So much work, but when you're done, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, we're so smart, right? You gotta push through the hard stuff to learn, right? Okay, so now we have tangent of 21. Again, this is gonna be tangent because we have opposite, which is z over 300. Okay, so z is going to be, so again, I'm gonna cross multiply tangent of 21 times 300. Okay, 115.15. Great, we're all done. No, we're not done. Good try. Let's go over. Almost there. We know the whole length of z is 115.15. We know this little piece right here is y. So I'm going to take that away to find my x. So 115.15. Remember, put that in your calculator. Minus 97.47. Equals. Let's put that in. So just to review this on your calculator, my friends, I'm going to first put this one in. Minus. Make sure it's highlighted. Okay, 17.68. Okay, guys, great. I'm all done. All done with this. This is so easy, Miss Vala, right? Ooh. We got it. We're all done. Miss Vala's shaking her head at me. Something's not done here, guys. Do not stop without rereading the question, my friends. Why? Right now, this is a 6-point question on the regions. You did a lot of work, but you would have lost 2 points on the regions for not finishing up your work. You got to always finish strong. This says round to the nearest what, my loves? Foot. So I'm going to round this up to 18. Okay, Miss Vala, no. Miss Vala, no, don't argue with me, Miss Vala. We are not done yet, Miss Vala. We still have to finish. You are right. Oh my God. It's a good thing Miss Vala's here with me today, guys. We're not done yet. Why aren't we done? We haven't labeled feet. So these are the things that drive us math teachers crazy because we want you to be successful. We know you guys are so smart. You did all this beautiful work, right, my friends? Look at all of it. Look at all this beautiful trig work. Your final 2 points on a question like this are always 2 things, rounding and your units. So remember, when you start these questions, did I round correctly? Did I include the label? And does my answer make sense? Does it make sense that sort of the top part of a lighthouse would be 18 feet? Yeah, that does seem reasonable. Again, it's not negative, it's not 0, it's not some outlandish huge number or like 1.2 feet, right? It sort of fits in the middle there. Okay, so what we're gonna have you do, guys, is hand in page 40. We're gonna try more of these tomorrow. Look at all the awesome math we did. Super proud of you guys. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.